Hi guys, it's another trip around my room. Those of you who watch my videos on a regular basis will know that I'm not a big fan of putting my head on camera, so I do apologize. Um, but I wanted to clarify something. I was on the Magic Sandwich show last night, and I let something slip by that I should have clarified. I made the mistake of saying that there was a 5% conviction rate. And I didn't make it clear that I was talking about the number of assaults versus the conviction rate. There's a click, you can click on below an article in the Independent that appeared in January of 2013. And it has a lot of statistics from very current statistics from the Ministry of Justice, the Home Office, and the Office for National Statistics. After I made that comment, I got on the spur of the moment because I wanted to flesh out the issue of rape avoidance, which I think is a very good topic for us to talk about. And it seemed to me that Concordance and all the rest of them were giving very good advice about risk management, obviously, how women, and they weren't talking specifically about men, but I'm sure it was implicit that they were trying to help men as well. Their advice was generally, the principal part of their advice was don't drink too much. Um, Later, Hog Tie made the point that it doesn't seem, as far as the research goes, that the way you dress makes that much of a difference. But if you look at the article, um, it's dealing with the latest statistics that show the difficulty in persuading victims to report attacks. And that is what I was trying to allude to, and I wasn't articulate enough to do so. Fewer than one rape victim in 30 can expect to see her or his attacker brought to justice, shocking new statistics reveal. That's the first line of the article. Only 1,070 rapists are convicted every year, despite up to 95,000 people, the vast majority of them women. But also, the article points out, men are raped as well. The vast majority of the women suffering the trauma of rape, according to the new report by the Ministry of Justice, the Home Office, and the Office for National Statistics. The figure has reignited controversy over the stubbornly low conviction rates for sex crimes. So I'm not sure exactly where Hog Tie got his 3% conviction rate, but the Home Office and the Office for National Statistics and the Ministry of Justice, their statistics, at least according to this source, don't support that. So, but we are probably talking about two different statistical numbers if we're talking about the number of rapes and assaults that happen, that are reported, which is the second number, and for which there are convictions, which is the third number. About 1,000 rapists were convicted last year in the United Kingdom, and 90% of the rape victims said they knew the identity of their attacker. That's a point that's been made quite a bit. An average of 15,670 rapes are reported annually to police, less than 1/4 of which results in a suspect being identified. So the problem is that rapes are reported, and more than 15,000 of them were reported last year, 1,000 convictions. And part of the reason for that is that a number of reasons: they can't find the attacker, but you know, the woman decides not to go forward when she sees what's involved or man, as I said, men are raped as well. and we shouldn't forget that. Um, but they decide not to go forward often because of what's involved in a trial. So I just wanted to clarify that. And I also wanted to, at the very end, I said, and I still believe this, that it would be nice if there were more white knights out there. And there's a lot of like controversy about that because everybody wants to say, you know, what are you talking about? You know, chivalry is gone. Women should take care of themselves. And I agree. We women should be able to take care of ourselves. Um, but sometimes things sneak up on you and you don't even realize. In a good interview, a good part of an interview with Thunderfoot, Anna Kasparian, I believe is her last name. She's the beautiful young woman who is on Young Turks. She talked honestly and frankly about the fact that she had gone to a party and she'd had one or two more drinks than she should have probably, or than she intended to have. And a friend of hers noticed that and took her home. I mean, I sort of think there maybe, I mean, women can be white knights too, which is what I said. We can, and white knights to me isn't chivalry per se. It's just watching out for people that might need your help at a party. If you're not going to be drinking a lot, or for some reason you're just watching a situation that you think might be getting a little bit iffy. I know a lot of people do this anyway, but the worst that'll happen is somebody will tell you to mind your own business. And believe me, that's not such a big deal if you can stop someone from doing something that will get them into trouble. And no, it doesn't mean that I'm saying let's um, tell other people what to do. It's just, can we just care about each other enough to look at each other and say, hey, I'm going in your direction. Could I drive you home? Knowing that the person will get there safely and maybe they did something they didn't really intend to do. It's just, you know, it's more if we could see each other as human beings and treat each other um, that way, and stop trying to make everybody into a category of something. You know, I said, for example, that I was not a feminist, and I used to self-identify quite a while ago as a feminist, but feminism just got to mean too many different things to too many different women and men. And I have a lot of friends who are feminists, but I don't self-identify as one because it's just too wide an umbrella now for me. I don't like isms generally, because I think it kind of turns your thought processes off and it keeps you from seeing through the labels to the people involved in the situations. Anyway, I just wanted to clarify this because I think I'd let this get through um, without getting in there and explaining exactly what I was referring to. And it's my fault that I let the statistics on rape um, go by without questioning, because I didn't have anything at hand at that point. Now, this is not uh, a a medical study. It's just, these are based on statistics only from government agencies. If you question them, that's fine. Let me know why you question them, and I would be happy to reconsider. But so far as I can see, this seems like a fairly good article, and so take a look, read it, see if you agree. And again, sorry about not being on camera. It's just not my, it's not my thing. You guys take care of yourselves. Bye bye.